What's up, y'all? I'm Lawrence St. Victor, and welcome to Fit Check, where we talk artistry and fitness. Today we have Benita Robledo. You know her as Skylar Murphy on Interns of Field, Amaya on Gossip Girl, Detective Valerie Clark on Teen Wolf, and today we get to find out what inspires her artistically and what motivates her to stay fit. Let's go. Where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
So I'm actually from South Texas, this little area called the Rio Grande Valley.
So did you always want to be an actress?
No, I started out as a dancer. I started dancing when I was 2.5. When I got into middle school, I wanted to be like my older brother, and he had done drama club. So got into drama club, and my mom told me there was like this performing arts high school in Florida, because we're getting ready to move to Florida. The thing that really got me, like the thing that I was like super drawn to, is this idea of figuring people out. You know, it's all about trying to understand why somebody is doing what they're doing. Yeah, it's fascinating.
And it must be because you went to SUNY Purchase, a conservatory.
Yes. It was boot camp. And I loved it in a lot of ways because like as a dancer, like you have a certain love for self-punishment. You know, you're just like, gotta do it. You train super hard. So I loved that. At the same time, like I do have mixed feelings about it because everyone's process is different. And I think because it was such a boot camp, they kind of wanted to make everybody a little bit the same. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, it helped me, you know, have that depth and a sort of rigorousness in my work that I super appreciate.
So what would your technique or method be today when you approach material? Like
kind of the two main things I really try and sit down and go through that mental thought process that my character is going through. And then the other thing I do is I find that I key into people's physicalities in like really specific ways by accident. And I think it's because I'm always related to the world in like a really physical way, right? Like as a dancer, like how I move tells me a lot about the person.
Teen Wolf, right?
Yeah.
And the short film you did, Girl Scouts, it'll be in the description. Both are very physical. In Girl Scouts, you have some full-on fight scenes.
Yeah.
So would you say that your dance background, you say those things have prepared you in a way?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, because like in Girl Scouts, like you said, they're full-on fight scenes, and like there's this one moment where I'm like running at the camera, like swinging my sword, like killing bad dudes, and they had me do it on a treadmill on a green screen, and you're running and trying to keep your balance while you're swinging this sword, and like it's moving. You can't.
It can go really wrong.
It can go really wrong really fast.
When you're on a show like Teen Wolf, where you're doing Interns of Field, that is a fantastical world with werewolves and supervillains.
Yeah.
How do you create and find the authenticity in something that is just out of this world?
Well, I don't know if maybe it's because I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy growing up and still do.
You just believe it's real?
I just like kind of am like pretty good about being like, oh yeah, werewolves attacking me. Yeah, of course. Like, no problem. Like I can kind of buy into a lot. But sometimes it just comes down to technique. At one point I'm getting attacked by this giant werewolf. And you know, he's supposed to be running at me and I'm shooting my gun. But like there's actually no werewolf because it's CGI. So I am staring at an X that's like hot pink. No amount of imagination that is going to make me think that that is a giant werewolf who's attacking me. So, you know, my director was super great and he's like, use your breath, you know, and it's literally just having to make yourself breathe faster. And then your body kind of kicks in, right? Like we have these natural physiological responses.
It's another example of something physical.
Yeah.
Opening up a whole world for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yoga, this is what you're practicing now.
I herniated my back really, really, really badly about 3 years ago. I had back surgery. I was in excruciating pain. And I went from experiencing the world in this very physical way to not even really being able to stand.
Wow.
So yoga, for me, like one of the main things about it is it encourages you to honor your body wherever it's at and appreciate it wherever it's at.
In this industry, it can be real crazy,
Yeah.
right? Ups and downs, a lot of rejection, a lot of crazy personalities. What keeps you inspired to create art?
It's making sure that I always have some sort of project that's meaningful to me. The other thing is like doing it for me. You know, when I go into an audition, it used to be very much focused on, well, how do they think I did? And if I feel like I connected with that person and I did what I wanted to do, which was be present and have a good time, then I did my job.
What keeps you motivated to stay fit?
I actually was diagnosed about a year ago with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and exercise has been shown to be like one of the most important things in mental health. I'm a much saner, happier person when I exercise.
Tell me, what's in your fridge? What are you eating?
Well, I'm like mostly vegan right now. A lot of vegetables, a lot of like nuts and beans and grains, like whole grains. But I'm a big believer in like everything in moderation, including moderation. You know, a lot of times my body really does want that kale salad and like it's very tasty, but also sometimes like I want a hamburger and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go do that.
Well, I think it's time to do some yoga.
It's time to do
I'm
yoga?
a little scared. I haven't done yoga in like 10 years. Oh my gosh.
I'll pick an easy one for you.
Okay, let's do some yoga. Let's get it in.
Today we're going to be doing a little yoga practice. I kept it easy for Lauren, so it's only going to be like half an hour long when we actually do it. Gotta keep it easy for him. We're going to be focusing mostly on our core because since I have a bad back, that's something I always really focus on because the key to having a strong back is having a strong core.
I'm excited.
Oh man, I'm gonna make it so hard for you.
Oh man, I'm sweating already. Let's get it in. Thank you so much, Benita, for bringing me here and having me do this awesome yoga routine. If y'all think it's just some simple stretching, you're wrong. It is a serious workout. I am tired and in pain right now, but in a good way. Make sure you guys follow her. Info is in the description below. She is awesome. She is talented. And thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you like and you share. Until next time.